Welcome back to Own the Room. This is week 2. And this week we're going to be talking about building your kingdom, right? So moving from content creator to a platform owner, that building a digital headquarters serve. So stop building on borrowed land and start owning your own business. All right, y'all. So let's talk about the leader's creed first. First of all, in order to be a leader, you should be saying that you want to lead with integrity. You create value before you seek reward, that I build what I own, I serve before I sell, I choose discipline over excuses, I inspire action through example, I build leaders, not followers, I own myself, therefore I own the room. All right, y'all. Wins and momentum. This is extremely important. First of all, what is one win from last week? Go ahead and let me know. Share it in the chat. And let me know if you completed your leadership mission. Everybody had a mission that they needed to complete. And if you're watching this, you're seeing this for the first time, go back and check out last week's replay and get caught up with us. Now, fiction and focus. What is one obstacle that you are facing right now in this very moment? And if Instagram were to disappear tonight, what exactly would happen to your business? I want you to be mindful of that because, for one, you do not own your followers. You can't control the algorithm or what that platform does. So everybody that is following you, those followers are borrowed, because if you get kicked off the platform, you no longer have access to them. So let's get out of having permission or seeking permission into gaining ownership. This is your kingdom principle. Social media, you want to leverage social media, but you want to use that as the front door when it comes to your business and running your business, right? Your community should be your house. So you want to have your email sequences set up with your offers that get reached out or extended to your advocates who are also leaders, right? So you build inside of your community a community of leaders, right? Don't build followers, build homeowners like you yourself. And I want to dive into the hub centric business model because it's more than just having something as simple as a community. You want to have a ecosystem. All of your products, services, offers, everything that you need for your digital business in one location. So on the left, you can see the spaghetti business. This is a business that you may have a platform where your community may be on something like Kajabi or WAP. You may be running your funnels through Go High Level. Then you may be using something like Get Response or Aweber to send your emails. And then you also may be using other platforms. I mean, just on and on and on. It's just a tangled web that we weave, right? So when you operate out of a hub centric business model, the real business, you have a hub, which is considered it to be like your home on the internet. This is where everybody can find you. You don't have to send them to this platform, that platform, et cetera, et cetera. You have your website that leads back to your hub. You sending out your email via your campaigns and everything, which points people back to your hub. Your courses all live on your hub, your events, your podcast, your store, your services, whatever it may be, you name it. One centralized location that you own on your very own URL. Now, there are levels to this. And the 4 levels of digital ownership are, first of all, you want to get attention. That's the first level. Borrowing social media reach. You use social media as leverage to go ahead and get them into your front door. Level 2 will be your connection. You want to own your communication. So your emails, your SMS messaging, and the way that you get at your customer base is how you want to develop a connection with your audience, right? You don't want no middleman, no in between, no hit me on WhatsApp or hit me on this other platform. You want to have direct connection. Level 3 was about your transformation. Now, transformation is what changes lives. You want to have courses, you want to have events, you want to have coaching, you want to have all of those things, but you want to have all of those things on your very own platform and not scattered. And level 4 is your movement. If you have ambassadors, members that are recruiting, that are creating, that are referring, that are your affiliates, you want to leverage your affiliates and put them in position so that they can win, so that you can win, and you're creating a win-win situation. Now, I want to point out audience versus community versus a movement. You can have an audience without no movement, just like you can have an audience without a community. You can have a community without an audience if nobody is showing up or paying attention to what you're doing. And you can also have a movement, but it can be temporary, where nobody is sticking around to build community with you and nobody is actually really engaging with you. So you don't have a real audience. But let's dissect this, right? Because your audience is just people who watch. Those are the flies on the wall, and they're there for whatever reason that they're there for. Maybe they just want to be nosy. They want to see what you got going on, if you're winning or if you're losing, right? Then you have the people that are consumed. They're consumed with what you got going on. They're taking in the information, but you have to use the metrics to understand who's viewing what and why they're viewing what you got going on. And then community, inside a community, you have people that participate. There's no flies on the wall, so to speak. You have people that are getting engaged. They are with the activity. They are participating. So instead of you being consumed, you are actually joined, right? People are not just watching you, seeing what you're doing. People are actually joining you and participating in what you got going. And the metric that you use to weigh that is through your engagement. How much engagement are you actually having? And then you have a movement. You have people that recruit other people. And then you are not simply joined and you're not simply consumed. You're actually multiplied, right? And then your metric of that is your advocacy. What are people saying about you? How are people pushing the narrative that you are pushing? And then you will be able to really get a thorough understanding of the fruits of your labor in that regard. All right. So let's talk a little bit about building that ecosystem and what that looks like for you. First of all, you want to map the flow of your digital headquarters. So every arrow that you point, it must lead back to you and your mission. So when it comes to these social platforms, remember, this is just your front door. You're using social media as leverage to get people into your ecosystem. And the very best way to do that is to have a lead magnet. We call this a lead magnet because the information or the product or the service that you're provided, we want to use that to lead people, to attract people to what you got going on. So the lead magnet is what you utilize once you get attention on social media. And that lead magnet should collect email, right? It has an opt-in. You collect the contact. So now that you have the contact, you can email the people that you used your lead magnet to get inside of your email list. When you email these people and they appreciate the lead magnet that you sent them, then you can invite them over to your community so they can see more of what you have going on inside of your own platform. From there, then you can make offers that are unique to your audience, to your community members, to the people that are engaging with you, that can resonate with you, that differs than just social media, right? You have a lot more to offer. And once you make the offer and your members are accepting the offer, then you can upsell from there. And once you upsell, then these people that have bought, you've upsold them, they believe in what you got going on. These same exact people can now turn around and create referrals for you. This is how you create an ecosystem, right? Everybody is working synergistically on autopilot. Now, what I want to do real quick is I just want to take you inside of the kingdom and give you a quick ecosystem walkthrough. So this is my hub. This is my business hub, and it has everything that I need to operate my business. So this is a landing page, but it's not a typical landing page or a typical website as you may know it. If you scroll through, one thing that you would notice is the join the community theme. Join the community here. They can join the community. So I'm bringing people into my ecosystem. They have an opportunity to build a very hub of their own if that's something that they choose to do. If that's something they choose to do, right? So there's insight about who I am, what I do, and they can learn more about what I do and why I do it. And I'm explaining to them what digital sovereignty actually is. What is it to actually own your own platform, right? And then I break down the differences between rented platforms and an owned ecosystem that you control that lives on your own URL. So I break down the differences about owning your audience, owning your data, and own your monetization without having to split with third parties. And then this is the full suite that I have to offer. So inside of my hub, I teach you how to build your digital business hub. We have credit in education, funding readiness, Metro 2 trainings, mentorship programs, AI automation programs, community that's growing, funnels and CRM setup. So we help you do all of those things inside of the ecosystem. And then there's an opportunity for you to join the ReemHub family. So we have weekly calls, elite networking. We love to network with each other and build with each other. We have an accountability system, exclusive training library, live streams, and challenges, 24/7 support, network, so that you can have that hands-on training and growth and learning that you need to continue to thrive within your business. And then once people are ready to stop building alone, here we go again. They can go ahead and join the community, right? Which is the ecosystem. Now, we can start building your future in 4 easy steps. You can simply watch the training if you want to watch the training. If you want to build your knowledge or watch a webinar, well, you can join the community, right? Everything lives on a community. So by now you can kind of see the theme that's going on here is to pull people, to bring people into the ecosystem so we can better serve people, right? And if they want to take it a step further, they can join the inner circle, or they can use the best resources that we have, which is also inside of the community. And these are the numbers, the breakdowns, because numbers do not lie. So we break those down. And if they want to join free webinar, we have live webinars weekly. They can sign up, they can opt in. Another way to get them on the email list, as previously explained. And then you can grab free blueprints. So for those who are just on the outside looking in, maybe they're flies on the wall at this time and they want to learn more. So what they can do is they can download all 4 of these free guides for free by simply entering their name and email, which puts them on the email list, right? So they can get a beginner's tax prep guide, they can get a business funding blueprint, they can get an AI business setup guide, and they can get their digital hub checklist. So they can do all of these things from my front end landing page to my hub, or they can simply click and they can simply join the community. Now, obviously, I'm a member already, so it takes me straight to the community. And inside of the community, there's a quick welcome post, right, that they're encouraged to engage in. And this post is 49 seconds. So in 49 seconds, they get direction to how they can maneuver throughout the community, which points them over to the courses, which points them to the welcome course, and a breakdown of how they can set up their profile, what the rules are. They get a tour, what our gamification system is like, how they can win and level up. We got levels, we got leaderboards, we got opportunities, and we have partnerships that they can come and they can consume, and they can learn about all of this stuff in 5 minutes and get quick wins, which will help them thrive. And of course, they can tap into different courses. Everything lives in the ecosystem, resources. If they need credit enhancement and they want to DIY it, have access to the credit repair software here, and so on and so forth. So that's a brief outlook, and it's a lot more than that. Any events, we got leaderboards, we got different member boards that you can check out. So leaderboard here, and on the social wall, when they join the social wall over here, these widgets, they can see how to get into mentorship, the referral program, how they can refer people to the community. They can invite people to the community for free, but they can earn rewards for doing so by using their unique referral link. And they can see the leaderboard here, and so on and so forth. This widget changes, and then there's also different channels that they can ascend to if members want to ascend to different channels like specified credit repair channels, mentorship, tax training, etc., etc. Now, that was just a brief outlook on how the ecosystem operate. But for you though, what I need for you to do is I need for you to evaluate your leaks. Where are you losing attention between the front door and the house? And let me remind you, social media, you're using that as the front door, and you're using your ecosystem, your community, your hub as your house. Where's the leak? How are you getting people from social media into your front door? I mean, into your house, excuse me. So is it your bio and your profile? When people see your profile, does it convert? Does it have people wanting to know more about what you actually do? They're not just there because they're on social media scrolling. Does your bio give them a real opportunity to grow with you? Or are you just trying to sell a product, right? Do you offer a real service and real transformation? Now, your landing page, does your landing page make sense to the people that you are sending to it? You can send the wrong audience to your landing page and it absolutely will not convert. Or you can send the right audience to your landing page and it could be the wrong landing page and it still won't convert. You have to have your message to market and match in order to be successful. And your community onboarding. So if your community, it doesn't matter if it is free or if it is paid, people that get onboarded into your community, if it doesn't make sense to them, if it doesn't resonate to them, if they don't know what to do in that regard, then they will absolutely leave, right? So your community onboarding has to make sense. And then you have to have offer clarity. So people should never be confused about what it is that you do, what it is that you offer, what services that you provide. They should be able to engage and to tap into those services without issues. Next up, you want to stop chasing drive virality. One viral video can disappear tomorrow. One loyal community can change your life forever. So there's a huge difference there, right? One viral video can disappear tomorrow. So while everyone is trying to go viral and chase virality, we should be trying to build community, because a community can actually change your life for the rest of your life, right? And so when we're talking about social media and going viral, you're subject to however the algorithm push you into that social media realm, right? So your attention is just borrowed, because at any given time, they can throttle your reach. They can shut you down. They can stop that post that's going viral, right? They can ban it. They can kick it off. They can do whatever they want to do with that post. But when you build in a community, the relationship that you build within your community are owned, right? Those relationships are for you to either build or for you to break. It's as simple as that. Now, community will compound. Your algorithms, they don't. Keep that in mind. So leadership mission number 2. What I need guys to do is to finish your community, the homepage, and update your bio on your social media platform. You want to create your link in bio, and you want to create a lead magnet that actually converts, right? I know that we may think that we have lead magnets that are good, that are great information, that can help certain people, but do they actually serve the people? Do they actually work? And will they actually convert? And the link in bio shouldn't be a list of scattered services or affiliates that you can make money or commissions from. It should be actually something that you can be able to benefit your audience so that they can have a real transformation. And then you want to connect your email platform to that. So once they get that lead magnet or whatever it is that you're offering within the link in your bio, they should be able to receive a direct message from you via email. Then what I want you to do is invite 5 people and personally welcome everyone. Personally welcome everyone. In the day of AI, it is very refreshing to have a human connection with people. Everybody is hiding behind these avatars, these agents. So if you can invite 5 people, and if you can personally welcome those people, It's more of a refreshing experience for the people that you invite, and it gives you an opportunity to have a better relationship with those people. Last but not least, I want you to post inside of your community at least 3 times and record a mission video. So 3 times between now and next week, you should post inside of your community. And that's very, very low. You should post at least once on the low end. Keep your community engaged. And when I say I want you to record a mission video, I want you to record a video that speaks to who you are, who you serve, how do you help them, and exactly what it is that you do. What drives you? What is your why? What is your mission? What are you seeking to accomplish? Right? So people can't get transformation if they cannot see transformation. So if you're providing a service to transform, to help someone get their life in order, then you should be able to convey that via a mission message, right? On a mission video. So that way you don't have to repeat yourself over and over and over again. You can have that video that speaks to who you are and exactly what you do, and people can check that out at any given time. All right, now I need you to understand that social media is a microphone. Your community is your home. Don't spend your life decorating someone else's house. Build your own. All right, now, next week, we're going to talk about the authority before audience, becoming the obvious expert, the authority framework, and building credibility from scratch. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, welcome back to Own the Roam. This is week 2. And this week we're talking about building your kingdom. So I want to help you move from content creator to a platform owner and building your digital business headquarters, right? So you can stop building on borrowed land and start owning your own platform. Now, I want to remind you guys about the leader's creed. We went over this last week, but this is extremely important. This is what you must embody as a leader, not only of your community, but just in life in general, your people around you, yourself included. So the leader's creed that we have, that we go by, is that we lead with integrity. I create value before I seek reward. I build what I own. I serve before I sell. Build that. I serve before I sell. I choose discipline over excuses. I inspire action through example. I build leaders, not followers. I own myself. Therefore, I own the room. All right, so wins and momentum. What is one win from last week? If anybody got a win from last week, what you can do for me is you can go ahead and drop it in the chat. And when I say wins, I'm specifically talking about from what we were supposed to be doing last week in order to make the advancement within our community. So we had homework assignments was to invite 5 people to your community, go ahead and create that video that I asked you guys to create last week, et cetera, et cetera. So if anybody have any wins in that regard, I appreciate it if you just drop it in the chat. And if you don't feel like typing or you on the move and you're doing all of it, you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, you just go ahead and say, yeah, I have a win from last week. Like I did win last week. And let me go ahead and pull up my chat because I see that y'all was talking to me and I didn't even have my chat up. My bad, y'all. All right, cool. And my next question is did you complete your leadership mission? Did you complete your leadership mission? Anybody completed it? Put yes or no in the chat. If you did, if you didn't, put no. If you don't remember what it was, just put I forgot. And if you wasn't here last week, then the replay is inside of the community, right? We want to make sure that everybody stay caught up. So that way, by the time that we end this, it's like about 6 more weeks until we hit October. And once we hit October, we're going to relaunch the Build Your Tribe Challenge, which is the Own the Room. A lot of you guys was here last year when we did it. This year, we're going to do it a lot different, right? We're going to build our communities with aggression, and we're going to actually take that and hit the ground running. So we're going to go on another 90-day sprint. All right, friction, and focus. So what is one obstacle that you are facing right now? One obstacle that you are facing right now. Please put it in the chat. What are one obstacle that you are facing right now when it comes to your community? So that way we can get that out of their way and we can begin to maneuver around any obstacles that we face. And the big question is, the huge question is if Instagram disappeared tonight, what would happen to your business? Now, that is a real thing. That is a real question. I really want you to consider. I really want you to think about if Instagram disappeared tonight, what would happen to your business? A lot of us, we lean on Instagram, right? We lean on Instagram. We think about all of the ways that we can start getting attention, how we can monetize, how we can go viral. Like, but what happens if Instagram disappeared? And my business would last physically, but it would take a huge hit. Exactly. I have made progress in the development of my community. I created a landing page and funnel executor. Good job, one. I appreciate that. Appreciate you sharing that, right? For a lot of us, right, if we were to lose Instagram overnight, we really wouldn't know too much what to do, right? Right. And there's a specific reason why I'm saying Instagram and I'm only saying Instagram is because I know that somebody on the call is saying, well, if Instagram disappeared overnight, I'll go to TikTok. Right? Or I'll build on Facebook. But the point is that you have to build your own platform because your platform will never leave you overnight, right? So we go to Instagram or we go to TikTok or we go to Facebook or whatever it is that we're doing, and we go and we build all of these followers, like right? Like one of the things that you guys have been hearing me saying this about is like, oh, I'm over 13,000 followers. A couple of weeks ago, I had 600 followers. And I went over there and I leveraged the platform to get my followers up, right? But those followers are not my followers. I'm just borrowing them. It's just vanity numbers, right? They're just followers. So basically, what I'm talking about is permission versus ownership. We have permission to use that platform. We don't own it. We own our own platform. We don't need permission to build on our own platform. Got it? You got to got it in the chat. Most said I want to start utilizing my email marketing more because I have good email list for sure. For sure, email's been around for a long time. If these platforms die, your email list will still be around. I would be able to use my emails. Yep. Text to build a community. Okay, cool. I made a post inviting people to the community. I saw that. Saw that. Awesome. Huge win. So community. I'm not bashing community, right? I'm not bashing social media at all. I love social media. But we need to understand what the purpose of social media actually is. We need to use social media for leverage and for leverage only. So social media should be the front door to what you're doing, right? So if you're going to use social media as the front door and then use like your community as your house, as your home. You use the front door to open it up to your community that you invite everybody to. So we have a sequence of like emails that we send out that carry our offers, and our offers will create advocates. And the people that advocate for us, they become leaders as well, right? So don't build followers, build homeowners. We want to have people that are learning how to do what you do, right? That's the whole thesis, the basis of mentorship. And so when people start learning those type of things, they become empowered. You give them a reason to want to be around with you, to engage with you, to join in with you. All right. So the solution to this all, everything that I'm speaking of, is the hub centric business model. Now, the hub centric business model is a model that my mentor has been pushing for years and years and years. He started out in affiliate marketing space. He did exceptionally well in affiliate marketing. Like he crushed any other affiliate marketer that I can think of, right? And he's promoted and he pushed a ton of different products and services. And this is a person that started off completely flat broke. He had absolutely nothing. English is his third language, but he managed to dominate in that space. But he also had a vision and he saw a real problem. Like one of the methods that he used was I will never push or promote somebody else's offer like standalone. Like I'm not going to just send a link to that offer because all you're doing is pushing traffic. You're not owning, you're not cultivating, you're not building community, you're not doing anything. You're not giving the person a reason to want to stay connected to you, right? It's like the middleman with no reason to be in the middle. Because once you can make the connection, it's like middleman, you're done, right? Like you showed me the plug, I met the plug. Like I don't need to talk to you anymore, right? So he knew how to create a wrapper offer and keep everything unique to itself. So businesses today, most of them, they operate like a spaghetti. I call it the spaghetti business, and it's all tangled up. Like what a tangled web we weave, right? It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. Now, what that look like is I'm gonna use go high level to build my funnels. I'm gonna go ahead and use the school platform to host my community, or WAP, or Kajabi, or Circle, or whatever, right? I'm gonna go ahead and use these several different autoresponders. I'm gonna pick one, Aweber, MailChimp, Entreport, whatever it is, just to send off my emails. And then if I want to message people, then I might have to use some text campaigns to send my messages. And then if I want to have a blog, I'm gonna have to go to this website. And if I want to go live, I'm gonna have to use Zoom or Loom, or I'm gonna do Vimeo for my videos, or whatever the case may be, right? All these different things usually have a bunch of different subscriptions that you have to sign up for, that you have to keep track of, you have to send your customers to, and it's just, like I said, a tangled web that we lead. We The hub centric business model, though, is you, the operator, the owner. You have a hub, you have your own ecosystem. On your hub, we consider your hub to be like your home on the internet. This is where you live. This is where anybody can find you at any given time. They don't have to search for whatever link to whatever funnel that you built last year, last month, just to see what you got going on. They can always find you and see what you got going on in your own ecosystem inside of your hub. This is the hub central business model. So your website is a part of your hub. So I want to point that out, because when people see your front door, your entrance, they might think website, they might think landing page, right? But it's actually a part of your hub. And I'll give you guys a display of that in just a second. And so your emails, you sending people to your hub, your services, whenever you want to provide a service, right? So like, for example, my mentorship, it lives inside of the community. So in order for you to be tapped into the mentorship, or whatever the case may be, you have to be inside the community. You have to be a member. Your courses, my courses live inside of my community. I don't have courses living on a different platform. I don't have a store living on a different platform. My store, everything is a part of my hub. Podcasts, events, you name it. Whatever you're building, you can build it all around your ecosystem. And this is the true hub-centric business model. Now, when it comes to owning a hub or having digital ownership, there's 4 levels of digital ownership that you must abide by, right? And level number 1, we talked about this before. I'll always talk about attention. I'll always talk about, first, you need to get attention. Well, we borrow social media, the reach that social media have. It'll take you a lifetime to create that type of, there's 3 billion people on Instagram, right? And over 1 billion people on TikTok. So why would I, as an individual, want to try to go and reach out to 1 billion people when I could just go ahead and borrow social media and get a fraction of those people to see what I'm doing, right? Now, I really want to stop, and I really want to pause, and I really want you guys to think about that, right? I really want you to understand the power of what it is that you do, your ability to reach people on social media and bring them into your ecosystem. So if there's 3 billion people on an Instagram platform, right? And let's just say a third of them are interested somewhat in what you have to offer or what you do, right? Let's call it 1 billion people. And let's just say you have 1 million people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, right? But 1 billion people are watching. Now, you know, like I know, that you don't watch one person in your field. But even if that was the case, right, you still have an opportunity to reach at least 100,000 people that'll be willing to look at you and see what you have going on. And out of those 100,000 people, you should at least be able to say 100 of them are interested, right? And out of the 100 that are interested, at the very, very least, 10 of them might want to actually connect with you, right? Actually will resonate with you, actually to see what you got going on any given day. So even if you don't put in massive effort, just one small effort can get this attention that you need, because you can go from having 0 clients to having 10 clients, right, in the matter of a message. But your message has to match the market. So message to marketing match is huge. And then so your level 2 would be your connection. So now you got the connection. I mean, you have the attention, right? So now how could we connect with the people? So we want to connect with the people by being able to take the communication from out of the hands of social media. So I want to get you in my email management system. I want to get you on SMS, right? I want to communicate with you. Maybe I'll get you to my community. I can communicate with you better there. That way, social media don't get to just drop me and kick me off throttle my reach, shut me down, or do any of those things. I'm able to connect with the people that want to connect with me. We no longer need social media in order for us to connect, right? And then you can go to level 3. Level 3 is transformation. This is where you start changing lives. You change lives through your courses, through your events, through your coaching, mentoring, your resources, the things that you provide, the education that you provide. And you're not going to provide those things not on social media. I mean, of course, yeah, you can go live. Instagram live is dead. So if you go live, you're going to be going live on TikTok. The audience on TikTok, they're real particular, right? And the way that TikTok is going today, I'm going to tell you, is that they are looking more towards like drama and entertainment, right? So if you don't have a following and you're not doing great on TikTok right now at this time, it's going to be a lot harder for you to go up there and have a serious promotion, right? Like what you're doing. It's going to be a little bit harder for you to get people to pay attention to what you're doing, because the people that are already doing that thing that you do, they have a following. They have a following. Like, they're recognized. They have community that they're building, but they're building it on TikTok, right? We want to avoid those things by all costs. And I say that to say that those are the realities, right? And nothing in life is hard, but definitely don't get discouraged, right? Don't get discouraged. The reason I'm saying this is because if you get started, stay started and keep going and keep growing. You have to show up relentlessly every single day, because the competition is just that high. Level 4 is your movement, right? You get movement through having ambassadors. You have members that are recruiting and they're creating other members because they believe in what it is that you have to offer. So we have referrals, we have affiliates, right? And there's a difference between the two. And we'll unpack that if necessary, right? Are you guys with me so far? If you're with me, put with me. If you got it, got it in the chat. If you're still here, if you want me to keep going, we can keep going. If you want to address anything that I just went over, we can address that. We can unpack that. All right, got it. Got it. Sophia got it. All right, cool. Let's keep going, y'all. All right. So this is the big one, right? You have an audience versus a community versus a movement, right? Versus a movement. These are 3 different things. They can work together or they can work against each other, right? You pick, you choose what it is that you want, right? So if you want to go live on TikTok and have an audience, so be it. Go have an audience. But your audience need to have a place to go to. You might want to have your audience in your ecosystem so they can connect with you. And they don't have to look forward to the next time that you go live on TikTok, right? So this is how people are building communities on TikTok. They have a set time. They go live every day, 8 a.m. This time, come see me, come join me, get on my next live, right? Or you have a community, or you can have a movement. Now let's talk about the difference. So when you have an audience, you got people that watch. These people can be flies on the wall. They may be nosy. They may just want to see what you got going on so they can replicate it, so they can create it themselves. They can take ideas. They can steal knowledge from you, whatever the case may be. They might be shy. They not wanting to, interact right now. What that does for you is that means that you are simply being consumed. And that's not a bad thing, right? People consume you. They can learn you. They can get to know you. They can like you. They can trust you. They can connect with you. They can do all of these things eventually. But right now, when you have an audience, the only thing that you are doing is being consumed. We got that? Put a 1 if you understand that, right? And so your metrics of consumption, it goes by your views. So now you're on TikTok and you're like, how many people are watching me, right? Or you're on Instagram Live and you're looking at how many people are watching you. How many people are consuming the message that you're putting out? Now, on the other hand, when you have community, and this is why those things all work together or they can work against each other, because you can have an audience with no community. They just watching you when you're here. But you can also have a community with no audience. You have a community, but your community is dead. Nobody is showing up. Nobody's paying attention to what you're doing, right? You can also have a movement without a community. We're moving with you right now while we're here, right? That's just like one of those things where you see people picketing in the street and somebody see it and they're like, oh, they want to get involved. So they jump and they start marching and they carrying signs and all that. And then they go about their day when it's over with, right? They're not saying, hey, look, how often do we do this? Are we going to do this next week too? Are we showing up tomorrow? Or we just want to be a part of the movement right now, right? So all of these things can be singular, or you can have these things working together synergistically, right? So you can have a community that causes a movement, or is that's pushing a movement. And then these people are also your audience that are inside of your community. They're waiting to see like what's next, what's going on inside of the community, right? So, but in your community, the difference between people who are just watching is that you have people who actually participate. Y'all, somebody put participate in the chat. This is important. Participate. Your community will not grow if you don't have participants. If people are being a fly on the wall and you're not giving them a reason to want to join in with you, then your community is not going to be much of a community, right? There's no unity. The word community has unity in it. And COM is short for like common. We got to have a common unity. So we all have something in common here. So if we have something in common and we're sharing alike, it will make people want to participate with you. So you go from simply being consumed to actually being joined. Now people are really joining in with you. They're tapping into what you are talking about, right? They're participating, they're engaging, they're learning, they're growing. And that is when transformation can happen. Transformation doesn't happen when you are being consumed, because people will watch you and it'll turn into entertainment. And once the entertainment is over, people will go about their lives. But when people join in and they're participating, that creates an opportunity for actual transformation. Your metric to gauge that is through engagement itself. How many people are actually buying into or tapping into this movement, or not movement yet, but tapping into what I'm doing inside the community, right? How many people are engaged? Who's posting? Who's sharing? Who's inviting others? Those are the things that we look at metric wise to judge how we're doing within community. And then you have the big one, right? Don't get it confused. Community is by far the biggest thing that you're going to be able to do. Like in 2026 and moving in 2027, community is going to be the front runner, right? Everybody is going to be looking to build community, right? But a movement, though, people don't just participate or watch, they actually recruit. Like, this is a movement. So when you see people out there picketing, they're like, yeah, we believe in this. And they're so adamant about what they believe in, and they're egging you on, and they're inviting you in. They're recruiting you. Right? So you want to have a community that's having a movement behind it. People that are actually recruiting. Hey, listen, y'all need to learn about this, what we got going over here in such and such this community, right? We're doing amazing things over here. You should come join me over here. Like, you really can come stand to learn what we got going on. So that's the difference, right? And so now you're not just joined, you're actually multiplied. Because people are being recruited, they're being brought into the ecosystem, and it's not people that are you inviting in that are joining in what you got going on. Those people are inviting other people, so you are actually multiplied, because the people that are inviting people are an extension of you. That makes sense? The people that are inviting people, that are recruiting people, are doing the thing that you do, right? So when you have community, you recruit people. But when people that are in your community, they recruit others, they're doing what you do for your community. So now you are multiplied, right? Put got it if you got it in the chat. This is extremely important. Now, because we don't want to trick people into recruiting people into a community that's not having no motion, that's not having no movement, right? That's not having no transformation. We don't want to do that. And we don't want to do it. And what I mean by tricking people is saying, hey, listen, if you invite these people, I'll give you this commission. I give you this reward. Now you're not really creating transformation. What you're doing is you're manipulating people. Like, I'm going to use you to go and recruit somebody to bring it to my community, that no transformation is really happening. Because when you have real transformation, people are going to want to do that regardless, right? We just got to give them a reason to. We just got to help them understand how to. And this is how we make community better. So, but when you have a movement, you are multiplied. And how you measure that, the metric that you're using is advocacy. Who's advocating for you? Who's actually speaking up and saying, look, no, this community is it. Like, this is good. Or this movement is good. Like, they're not like the other people. Like, they really, really care about. And this is how I know. I transform, not only me, I seen what happened with such and such when they joined over time, right? These are the things that we want to do And this is what we want to create. We want to be able to do all of the things, but I just want you to understand what the difference is between these things. Because sometimes we may be thinking we're building community and all we have is an audience. We just got people that just show up and all they do is watch. That's it. It's not community, right? It's a big difference. Right, cool. So, with that being said, you want to build your ecosystem. And in building your ecosystem, what you want to do is map the flow of your digital headquarters. Every arrow, it must lead back to you and your mission. Now, social platforms, those are the front doors. What we do is we have lead magnets. This is why it's extremely important for us to have a lead magnet. Somebody put lead magnet in the chat. Lead magnets are extremely important. Some of us may feel like we're tired of seeing lead magnets. We know what lead magnets are. They just want to catch my email. They just want to do the. We know, like, some of us feel like lead magnets may be played out. I need you to understand what a lead magnet actually is, right? The word lead, when we say leads, we think about potential clients. Magnet, we want to attract potential clients, right? But also lead means direction. We want to lead people in a certain direction. So if we're on a social media platform and we're sending out a lead magnet, what we want to attract people to is where we want to lead them. Where we're going to lead them at is in our ecosystem, or what we're going to lead them to is to our ecosystem so that we can ultimately lead them. So that is our definition of lead magnet. It's not a free ebook just so that we can get you on our email list, right? It's not an opt-in just so that we can have your information so we can reach out to you later on. But make no mistake about it, we absolutely want that email. That email is extremely important. Can anybody tell me why email is so important? Put it in the chat. Why I say email or why instead of SMS or phone number? Why email? And I already mentioned earlier that email has been around for ages, right? This has been a form of communication for the longest of time. Anybody? Anybody know why email? Why would you choose an email over a phone number? Because if you got somebody's phone number, you can quickly call them. There you go. Bingo. Coach Reed is right on point. People change their numbers all the time, right? That email, man. Some of us had an email, Ghetto Girl 1965, when we was in high school, right? Some of us still have access to those first emails. But like Coach Reed said, most people change their numbers. Not likely going to change your email. So good. So yeah, we want to use a lead magnet. We want to capture that email because we want to continue to be able to communicate with you, even if your phone service change, your phone number change, or whatever the case may be. And Wanda said because the email is something that is consistent and dependable, 100%, spot on, right? And so when we send them the email, we want to be inviting them not back to social media, but we want to be inviting them into our community, right? So we on the platform, we sending out lead magnets. The lead magnet is capturing the email. We're using the email. We're sending people from our email list to our community. We're inviting them to our community. And once they're in our community, then we can go ahead and make offers, right? We can make offer. So it's like inviting a person into your home. Now you can offer them things that you may need to offer them. Would you like the remote? Would you like to watch a certain channel? Would you like to have a glass of water? Right now we're making offers. You don't offer them the remote while they outside. They're on the front porch. They're on the front porch like, hey, you want the remote? Like, what the hell am I gonna do with the remote? I'm enjoying the fresh air, the breeze. Like, get that remote out of my face, right? But once they get in the door, then you can say, hey, look, sit down, get comfortable. Here's the remote. Then you like, I got the remote. Now they flicking channels. Now they stuck, right? Now they hanging. Now they spending time inside of your house. So once you're able to make the offer, then you make the upsell. They got the remote. Oh, look, did you know we got this channel? Such as, oh, have you seen the new such and such? Now they want to check that out. Now they turn it right, the upsell. And from the upsell, you can make a referral. Some of us, now listen, this is important. Some of us are asking for referral after the first offer, right? I need y'all to follow me closely. Some of us are asking for a referral after our first offer. Our first offer, these people are new, they don't know you. And if your offer is not good, why are you asking for a referral on that offer? You should not be, right? Does that make sense? Look, if your offer can't upsell someone into the next offer, then you should not be seeking a referral on that. I'll tell you right now that is going to die before it ever get any traction, right? It's a dead end. You have to have a continuity offer. You have to have a continuity offer. Your offer had to be able to make more offers, give people to be able to accept more offers so that you can make an upsell. So that way, when you get a referral and they send a referral to an offer, it's actually a good offer that it can be upsold. And then for the person that's referring someone, it's a better opportunity for them as well. So it's like, hey, I got this class, whatever it is, for $10. If you go and you get somebody else to buy it, I split it in half with you. Okay, cool. They do that. They make their $5. That's the end of the deal. Nothing else is going on. However, if you got that offer and it was the class turned into like a premium a networking event or whatever the case may be, and then you stood a chance to get a commission from that as well, you highly more likely to go ahead and make that referral. Hey, y'all need to go spend this $10. This $10 is gonna get you this. Look, but don't stop there. You might want to grow because look, I'm telling you, this event that's coming, whatever it is, right? Does that make sense, y'all? Let me know in the chat if that makes sense. If we understand that. Like, we really need to understand that completely. So your offer is not strong enough to ask for a referral if you can't even make an upsell. And when I say make an upsell, I mean that offer should have somebody like, I want more. Like, I need some more of that. So you got somebody in your house, they got the remote, and you gave them a plate, and that shit burned, and it's unseasoned, it's nasty, and you talking about you want seconds. No. Not gonna happen, right? I don't want no more of that. In fact, I'm not gonna tell nobody else to go get a plate, right? In fact, when I leave, I'm gonna tell somebody else, like, yeah, if they ask, oh, you was at such and such house? Yeah, I was at such and such house. Oh, what it was like? Oh, the remote was cool. The channels was cool. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go check out. Okay, cool. Yeah, go check that out. But whatever you do, don't eat that food. So not only are you not getting a referral, right? You're not getting a referral. You're not even being remarked about in a positive way. You have to give people an opportunity to speak about you in those ways, right? So real quick, I'm gonna take you guys inside of the kingdom and show you what the ecosystem look like. What it look like, what it look like. All right, cool. So this is the difference, right? This is the difference. So this looks like maybe a website, maybe a landing page. This is a front end to my hub, right? And this is what I was talking about. So when people land on this, one of the things that you'll see is join a community, right? See, join free, right? If they want to build their own hub, they can do that too. It's because that's something that I offer. I want people to be able to build their own platforms, right? But anything that I got going on, they can tap into right here from my front end, from my home on the internet. So they can see what it's about, like what I got going on, right? The full ecosystem and the different breakdowns or whatever the case may be. And if they want to build their own, they can do that. They can go ahead and they can check out what services that I provide, what we offer, these different things that we offer, right? All under one roof. And they can go ahead and join community here. They can go check out webinars. If they want to check out webinars, they can go ahead and sign up. They can opt in for a free webinar, right? If that's something that they want to do. If they want to go join a live event that I might have, they can join a live page. Now, what I talked about before is about having everything in one spot. I see you got a question. I'll be right with you. If they want to go to like a marketplace, right? It's right here on my hub. So I don't have to go to my stand store or go to whatever. Like, you can come to my marketplaces right here. If you want to buy some of my ebooks, my products, they're all here. They're all here. They are all here, right? They are all here. If you want to join some mentorship programs that I have going on, they can also join in that one-on-one private call. All these different things that are here, right? They all live inside of the ecosystem, right? So I'm gonna take you back to the homepage. So as they're scrolling through the homepage, one of the things you want to do is build a hub, or you can simply join the community. My mission is to get you to join the community anyway, because that's where everything is happening. But who am I? Here I am, right? What is digital sovereignty? I break it down because if you want to build a hub, you should know what it actually is. What digital sovereignty actually mean? Well, most entrepreneurs are one algorithm away from losing everything that they have built. That's scary. We don't want to lose that. Some people are making 20,000, 40,000, 100,000 a month on social media, right? And more. So I break down the difference between rented platforms versus owning your own ecosystem and owning your audience, owning your data, owning your monetization. And this is the full ReemHub suite. We got digital business hubs, credit education, funding readiness, Metro 2 training, mentorship programs, AI automation, community growth, funnel, and CRM setup. And this is how they can join, right? And if they join, they can get weekly calls, elite networking, exclusive training, accountability system, so on and so forth. Ready to stop building alone, then they could join a community. That's the theme. Keep sending them to community. Enforce easy steps they can start building their future. They can watch a training which talks about how you can build your own digital business hub. But if you want to build your knowledge, guess what? Join a community, right? And if you want to use the best resources, all those resources, they also live inside of the community. However, this will take you to a different page of resources that I link people to, that I get people connected with, and they can get access to all of these things inside of my hub, as opposed to me saying, hey, I'm gonna send you a affiliate link, right? I have it all set up right here for people to tap into. And then if they want to join the inner circle, they can join the inner circle as well. Now, the numbers don't lie. These are all the numbers. And then this is a webinar. If they want to join webinar, we have webinars typically every single Sunday. So that's about 4 hours from now, which would be about 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. They can reserve their link, their seat. Opt in, they get on the email list. Remember, we talked about email lists. Grab your free blueprint. So for those who are like flies on the walls, we talked about those as well. And they just consuming, they're just watching right now. They're just an audience. They're looking at what I got going on my page. Well, what you can do is you can go and get a beginner's tax prep guide, a business funding blueprint. You can get a digital hub checklist, and you can get an AI business setup guide. And you can get all 4 of those for free. How you do that? You just simply opt in. We get them on the email list, y'all. They opt in. But the goal is to get them to join the community. And I'm already a member of the community, obviously. So now I'm inside of my community. And inside of the community, the very first thing, one of the things that you would be able to do is look at a welcome post. This post is 49 seconds, right? And on this post will direct them and to let them know exactly where to go. And where they will go is to the welcome inside of the courses, and it teaches you how to set up your profile, how what the rules and regulations are. Take you on a family tour if you need to go on a tour. What our gamification system is like, what you can win, how you can get the most out of the community, levels and leaderboards, what opportunities and partnerships that we offer, that we have inside of the community as well. They will be able to go through all of those different things. And they will also be able to see and connect with and tap into all of the different courses that we have here, all of the resources that we have here. If they want to DIY credit repair, they can go ahead and do that self by leveraging the credit repair software. And if they want to check out like leaderboards, they want to check out the different members that are inside of the community, they can check out all that stuff, right? Bam. But on site, on the homepage, right? One of the things they'd be able to do is see, like, if they just getting started, like complete your profile, you get a check off for that. You get a check off for reacting to the post, leave your first comment, publish your first post, right? Once they do all 4 of those, then they start leveling up and everything. So they got information on these widgets, like mentorship right here. They can go ahead and join for $100. If they want to refer people, they can refer people right here. And this is the first thing that they will get, this back to basics course for inviting. Simply just inviting people. And now to invite 3 people is very easy. This is not like they have to pay. This is free, but this is the unique referral link that they can utilize. This is the leaderboard here, and so on and so forth, right? So on and so forth. And then also, like, I have different things and different services that I offer. So I have different channels. So like if I have people interested in mentorship, there's a mentorship channel, there's a credit repair channel, and this side of this channel is a lot different, right? So there's different things from collections, bankruptcy, removal, funding play, all that different type of stuff that they need. And when it comes to credit repair and Metro 2 compliance, we go in depth on all of that stuff, and really need really dispute arsenals, et cetera, et cetera. We have all those different things, right? So from On the Room, this channel is for all of the information that we're providing right here, the replays, et cetera, the courses, the resources, all those different things will be inside of there once they join that channel there. But that's just basically in a nutshell how the ecosystem actually work in real time, y'all. All right. So I'm gonna pause right there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and answer your question. The Coach Reese said she had a question.
Yeah, so I have a community of about, I want to say 59 people right now, but it's dry in there.
Mhm.
I think it's partially my fault because I haven't been like posting as much as I could be, but I'm trying to figure out how to turn these people into people who engage.
Okay. So when people not engaging, it's always going to be our fault, right? We got to take that on the chin. And it is what it is. It happens. It happens to us all. It happens to the best of us. So one of the things that you can do is start a reactivation campaign via email, because everybody that joined your community, you should have an email list, right? So give them a reason to come back, and then also give people that are joining a reason to stay and a reason to engage. Now, the best way to do that, and I'm pretty much preaching to the choir, right? Because I also have a community that's not that engaged right now as we speak, right? It's because I've been in building mode, I haven't been in teaching mode. But even what I just showed you guys, how I highlighted the sequence of this is the welcome post. This is what they can go ahead and do to get an understanding of how they can level up inside of their community. And all that's cool, right? It's cool. But to be honest, it's really like a weak onboarding. It's very, very passive. And so what I mean by that is exactly what I explained earlier about just having an audience. This just gives them something to watch, right? And so asking people to, for example, introduce yourself on the welcome post. That might not be easy as it sounds for a lot of people, right? It's just not. I mean, some people are like that. Like, I don't want to say who I am or what I'm here for. And some people are not ready to be seen yet. And so just having them go from there and just being consuming information, that's all they're doing is just being consuming. And then at the end of that, it's like, what now, right? So one of the things that you can do to keep engagement inside of your community is be able to create those quick wins. So it's like, when I join your community, what happens? What happens? We have to think about, when a person comes inside of our community, first of all, why did they join there? And if we can't satisfy the reason why they join, then it's like they joined for nothing, right? So if it's like, whatever your message is to get people to join your community, like, you should join my community because I offer XYZ transformation. As soon as they join the community, it should be some form of quick win, right? So those are the best type of onboardings. And it could be from inside of your community, or it could be a part of your email campaign where, from your auto response, from they join, they should get an email. Hey, welcome to the community. As a valued member of the new community, here's this guide, and this is what I want to walk you through. And I want you to understand this. Go ahead and implement these steps right now for your first win. Stronger though to have that actually happen inside of the community. So once they join the community and they get onboarded, instead of just having a simple welcome post like how I do, which is 49 seconds, you can have something that say, hey, happy to have you here. Great that you joined. If you're here, most likely you're looking for this. And then I want to just tell you real quick, this is what you can do right now, in order to elevate. You know what I'm saying? So that way they have a quick win inside of the community, and they're more likely to go ahead and continue to stay engaged. Because after that quick win, it's like, hey, by the way, when you go and you apply this step, please just let me know how it worked out for you, or how did it go, or if it didn't work, whatever the case may be, let me know what happened. People are more likely to talk about that than they are to introduce themselves, right? Like, I'm in a community of a bunch of strangers. Like, I don't know these people. I don't know who's looking at me, who's gonna judge me, who's gonna whatever. It's just like, I can hide behind the task. Oh yeah, I went and I did that. That was easy, right? So if I got a credit community, and I have a way to give them a free credit report, I'm saying, hey, look, here's a way you can go ahead and get your credit report for free, or for $1 for some people that offer that, right? Go ahead and pull your report and highlight what you see on there, or whatever it is, right? And let me know how that worked out for something as simple as that. So that'd be a few different ways that you can go ahead and keep people engaged inside of your community. But also, like, it's harder to keep, it's harder to bring people back that join and there was nothing going on, than it is to have new people engaged, right? And so one of the things that people have bad is that FOMO, that fear of missing out, right? So it's like, if we can create that with the new wave of people that are inside of the community, then the other people that are missing out are going to want to tap back in and make sure that they're getting involved. Especially if they're like, man, I joined this community 2 months ago. How's this person already elevated? They only been here a week, right? So don't put a lot of effort into retargeting those people that join. Now, those are warm leads. They already are interested in what you have to offer. You just have to recreate that interest. Does that make sense for you?
Yes, and I was thinking about moving them from the school platform to the decentralized platform. Just because the school platform requires you to pay the $99 a month to do the to post whenever you can, like whenever like post in advance. Otherwise,
Mhm.
you have to post on that date, and that's hard when you're trying to schedule things and like get it automatically out of the way for the month.
Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely, you want to do that because I mean you're in complete control. What you do in your community, you don't have to battle with that algorithm. That's another algorithm that they want to make you. So it's a huge gap, right? It's a huge gap. Like people's business models are very, very unique. So they have a $9 community ownership, and then they have the 99, right? So they want the $9 one just to get you on the platform. So when you start growing and you start wanting and needing all of these features, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna start spending that $99 a month just to do some of those things that you can already do inside of your decentralized community. So if you do, you can use that school community, but you can use it in the same way I'm saying use social media, right? Yeah, use that as your front door because a lot of people understand school. Like people are familiar with that school platform, and it's really hard to build a decentralized platform. So you can get people invited there, but somewhere along the line, you know, like how people have school communities and some of them may be free, and their goal is to upsell or push or promote people into or get them to ascend into a course or a mentorship or whatever. So the goal could be to have them inside of the community. They're familiar. Now, when you get to a certain level, you want to grow and you want to learn more, then you want to come over here, right? Because you can use school to help with your onboarding, but keep that engagement like inside of your community, right? Or you got like a sub community and you have like a main community. So it's like, yeah, this is that. If you want to go in a deep dive or if you want to learn more, then come over here, right? So that's the thing. But I mean, if it's causing a lot of time and issues, I just wouldn't bother with the school platform at all, especially if you're looking to really, really, really grow your decentralized platform.
Yeah, I will have to sit down and see how I would use both of them.
Yeah, yeah, you could do that, and then I go over some strategies with you as well in that regard because I have a school community too. I haven't used it because of what our push is. Right, it's kind of counterproductive, like just teaching people how to have their own platform. And but I really am like on the midst of utilizing that just as a funnel to funnel people back into what I actually got going on because I know that the school platform already puts you out there, already promotes you around a bunch of people that they're saying like check out these platforms, check out this. It's just one other way to get more attention. Yeah. Anybody else have any questions before we go? We got about like four more slides. And then if you do, or if you have any more questions, I answer those for you as well, Coach V.
Not at the moment. I'm just realizing that I have to like tighten up the ecosystem because my ecosystem is kind of, I won't say it's all over the place, but it's not leading people like effortlessly. Like there's a little bit of effort in them clicking things to find out what they need and then going through like that. So I'll have to figure out how to make all of that stuff flow together a little bit better.
Nah, for sure. Because the more spread out we are, the harder it is to keep control, right? And then we're gonna jump right into that too. I'm gonna speak a little bit about that right now. All right, so look, y'all, when it comes to this whole process, what you want to do is you want to evaluate your leaks. And so this is how you evaluate your leaks. So where are you losing attention between the front door and the house? This is the big question. Remember, the front door is social media, right? And your house is actually your community. So social media, it could be the school platform, IG, TikTok, whatever the case may be. But where are you losing attention between the front door until when people get in your house? So one of the things that people do, the first thing that people see is your profile and your bio, right? We have to optimize that profile and we have to optimize that bio. So that profile needs to communicate exactly what you do, how you do it, why you do it, who you help, how, right? That's what your profile should scream. If you want to use your profile to drive conversions, right? And then your bio should not have any services or any resources or any products just for the sake of trying to get a commission, right? Those products or those services inside of your bio should transform people. They should make transformations and they should speak about what you do in your profile. So, like if I'm a dog groomer and this is what my profile is about, then I shouldn't be selling anything in my bio that may be harmful to animals, right? Or may be geared towards cats, right? I'm trying to appeal to dog lovers. So we got to make sure, again, that that message to marketing match makes sense. So your link in bio, it has to be optimized, right? That link in bio is extremely powerful. It's not just a link that we just want to put inside of our bio. It has to be optimized. We have to make that link serve what we need it to serve, right? And oftentimes, when people go and they see the link in your bio, and the first thing they see is a product, why the hell would they just want to go and buy a product from you? Like I came to your profile page for the first time. I'm like, oh, okay, this person's saying this. They help people, they transform. And then I go to the link in your bio, and then all I see is you try to sell me this product. Worse if this product is like mentorship, right? And it's like $1,000 or more. It's high ticket. So now I came to your profile picture. I mean, profile. I came to your profile. I hit the link in your bio because I was kind of interested in what you was talking about. Right. I'm a person that don't know about mentorship. I've never been in mentorship. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to expect. And then I click the link in your bio, and then they're saying, "Hey, it's a funnel saying join my mentorship only 2,500." And I'm like, "What the hell, 2,500? I don't know that people charge 10,000 for a mentorship, 5,000 for 6 month mentorship. I don't know. I've never been in mentorship, right? So I'm less likely to click on that damn bio again. I don't care how many times you change it. My first impression when I went to your bio was this person is trying to charge 2,500 for something, right? So now by default, this person, all this person is an audience. They just watching, they just consuming you now at that point. I would rather watch your free posts and all that than to spend my 2,500, right? And then the same has to be true for your landing page. So if you have a landing page that you're sending people to, it has to communicate the same message that the link in your bio delivers and that your profile delivers, right? It's all in unison, right? It's all in unison. And the same thing has to happen with your community onboarding. So now, if you have a profile that says, I help people do a certain thing, when they click the link in the bio, that certain thing, if you need help with it, you can get it here. So your link in bio is all about that, right? And it may send them to the landing page if they want to learn more information, right? So now they're on your landing pages learning more information about the certain thing that you do that you can help people do. So from the landing page, okay, you have an opportunity to learn about that or whatever the case may be. You can join my community. So when they join the community, that's not the end of the road. So now that they join the community, the onboarding should say, hey, you're here because you want to learn about the thing that I can help you with that I showed you on my profile. This is how I'm going to help you. Do this action now, right? And it has to be crystal clear, right? Everything is for everybody. This is for you. So that's why they have that message. This is for you if, right? Who this is for or who this is not for, right? This isn't for you if X, Y, Z, right? So these are the type of people that you want getting inside of your community to grow with you and to become more than the audience so that you can create a movement. So now, remember, in the beginning, I said we have to get attention. We need attention, right? But what I want you to do is stop chasing virality, right? One viral video, it can disappear tomorrow. It can disappear overnight. It disappeared before you know it. Anybody went viral? If you went viral before, put me in the chat, right? Some of us went viral before. Some of us went viral before. And this is really, really interesting. I want to know how many of us have actually been viral on social media, no matter what platform, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Anybody been viral before? Put me in the chat, me in the chat, me in the chat. Okay, cool, cool. So going viral, what did it do? A few times, right? So going viral, what did it do? Did it accomplish what you wanted it to do? Or did it give you attention for a temporary time, right? No, no, no. So it don't matter how many times we go viral. We got one person saying a few times, right? I go viral all the time. And that doesn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish, right? So we have to, what are we going viral for? For the sake of getting attention? Like we're working so hard against the algorithm because we just want people to pay attention to what we got going on, right? But by the time that we go viral and they saw what was going on, we just borrowing attention, y'all. They gone, right? Right? Because we say I go viral all the time, and the only thing that really gained traction was my freebie. Yeah, people love a good freebie, but that good freebie, it has to be strong enough to say, hey, you got this. This information was valuable. Get inside of the community where you have a super strong onboarding so that we can keep the people engaged. Because when they want a freebie, they're gonna want more, right? We have to give them a way to want to get more. I didn't understand how to use my systems. Right, right. So once we understand how to use the system, it becomes different. So once you understand how to use your systems and you go viral by not just trying to get attention, just trying to get people to, because everything got to connect, right? It got to connect. So it's like, man, I want to sell this product and I want them to get inside of the community. All right, cool. You put a post out and that post go viral. Boom. But everything, your messaging is off. Nothing is connected. Nothing is going right. Right. It's like a waste of time. You spend a lot of time chasing going viral for borrowed attention when you actually should be building your community where you actually own the relationships that you are creating, right? So posting on social media isn't about going viral. It's about getting people to resonate with you. They see your post and they're like, I like that. Okay, cool. You like my post. That's what's up. You can repost my post. That's what's up as well. You can comment on my post. But the people that are commenting on my post, I want the people to like what I got going on. I want to build a community. I want to build a relationship with those people, right? Because look, if I go viral and I get 1 million views, and out of the 1 million people, I get, let's just say, 10 people to buy my product, right? I'll just make 10 sales because I went viral. But what did that do for my relationships? Nothing. People will consume, right? They're consuming you. People consuming information all over the internet. But if my post was about community, about building relationships, and maybe I didn't go viral, maybe I didn't get 1 million people to see this post, but maybe I got 100 people that actually care about what I'm talking about to engage with me, that actually like what I got going on. And maybe out of that 100 people, maybe 10% of them bought, maybe 10 of them bought, or maybe one of them bought, right? That one customer that you build a relationship with that actually really resonate with you is more valuable than the 10 people that made one purchase and they disappeared. Because that one person believe in what you're doing. They're going to stick around. And they're going to also remark about you. And they know other people, right? This is the key, y'all. They know other people that like what you're doing as well. Because birds of a feather, what? They flock together, right? So chances are, if I resonate with you, then my friends will too. So now there's one person that came because you talked about community and you built a valuable relationship, right? They bring in their friends too. Make sense? So stop chasing virality, y'all. It's a waste of time. Your community is going to compound. That algorithm, it doesn't. You got to recreate that over and over and over and over. All right. All right, y'all. So we're going to get into your leadership mission. And this is your mission number 2. Mission number 1 was from last week. This is mission number 2. So what I want you to do is finish your community homepage. Finish your community homepage. It got to make sense. And I want you to update your bio. Whatever your bio says, if it's not sending the message that you wanted to send, if it's not connecting or resonating in a way in which it should be, then you should update your bio, right? Something very simple. And number 2, I want you to create the link in bio and your lead magnet. So whatever lead magnet that you're using, we're not using it because it's good information and good whatever. We want this to resonate with the people. We want it to match the message that we're putting out there. So our lead magnets should speak about what it is that we actually do, who we serve, how do we transfer people, and that's what the link in our bio should be promoting. And then you want to connect your email platform or your autoresponder or whatever it is that you communicate with these people on, that you can get them off platform so that you own, at least for now, the conversation, right? We don't need you all in my DMs, right? We don't need you all in my DMs. And one of the strategy that people use on TikTok, you'll see a lot of people saying, I don't answer my DMs. I don't respond to my DMs, right? So if they don't respond to their DMs, like, how you gonna connect with me? How you gonna talk to me? Oh, well, you can join my community. You can DM me there. Because that way, you're not being scammed, because people create fake page and they imposter and they pretend to be me. And I don't want you getting scammed and saying you thought you was talking to me in the DM. No, 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 no. It's not me. I don't DM. So if you want to communicate with me on a platform that I actually own, that I actually control, that I can actually serve you and make sure that you're good, right? Got it? And so inviting 5 people, and I want you to personally welcome those 5 people that you invite, right? The fortune, remember, is in the follow-up. So when you invite people to your community and they join, and you're going to see they join because you're going to be waiting to see if they actually join, right? Don't just let them join and then just hope that they be engaged. We want to personally welcome them. Hey, listen, thank you. And be honest, wherever it is. I appreciate you joining my community. Right now, I'm in the building stages. I'm looking to grow. But just so you know, this is the things that I'm going to be doing. It's kind of quiet in here right now. We're just getting started, or we're just getting whatever it is, right? We're transitioning. Bear with us. I got you. Worry about nothing, right? Connect with them. Connect with them. In the world of AI, 2026 going into 2027, it's refreshing for people to be able to connect with people that they can relate to, that they can resonate with, right? That's not a damn avatar. That's not an AI agent, right? We can use the agents, we can use the avatars, but we got to have those connections. And then you're going to post in your community. I don't know why I put at least 3 times, right? It should be at least 7, because at the very least, we should be posting at least 1 time inside of our community. And then last but not least, what I want you to do is record a mission video. What I mean by mission video, I mean that this video should highlight you, your why. Why do you do what you do? Who do you help? How do you help them? Right? And that's the whole purpose of you doing what it is that you do. Your mission video, right? So, like, if you go to my page on Instagram, I have some pin posts, and it's not my post with the most views. It's not my post with the most likes. It is actually the post probably got the less views, that just basically simply says who I am, how do I help you, what am I looking to do, or this is what's going on. This is about my mentorship program, right? Et cetera, right? So we need those. We need those. Social media is a microphone. Use it. Use it to be heard. Social media is a microphone. Your community is your home. Don't spend your life decorating someone else's house when you can build your own. That's the message, y'all. That's the message that we need to live by. Social media is a microphone. It's used to amplify your voice. Your community is your home. Don't spend your life decorating someone else's house. Build your own. All right. So next week, week 3, we're going to be talking about authority before the audience, right? So you're going to become the obvious expert. Obviously, you're the expert, and the authority framework that you're going to use, right, in order to deliver that message to the people, and how you can build credibility, and how you're going to be able to do that from scratch. Some of us feel like we don't have testimonials. Some of us feel like we don't have social proof. Next week, we're going to be talking about all of those different things, how you can build credibility, and et cetera, and how you can do that stuff from scratch, y'all. From scratch. All right. Now, last but not least, before I let y'all go, before I get y'all back y'all Sunday, I know that we are very busy. Inside of your community, let me go ahead and sign out of this dummy page, and let me go ahead and log into. Let me go ahead and log into as an admin inside of you guys' community. A lot has changed. A lot has changed. Like, you have major capabilities to do a lot of different things, right? So when you go to your settings, right? When you go to your settings, when you go to, you have analytics. You have your own analytics. So you don't have to deal with the algorithms. You create the algorithm yourself. So you have an overview of how many people posted without a reply, how many new members joined, right? You can see all that stuff. Growth, how your community is growing, how many members you have, how many completed their profile, how many people did a first reaction, et cetera, et cetera. And then you can look and you can break down your different content, right? What content that you have, or what you didn't reply to as an admin, you can reply to any of those things. You can look and you can see what the top posts are inside of your community, what people are liking, what people are loving, so you can put out more of that stuff. And then you can check your members, right? And then you can see what they're doing, how many posts that they did, how many stories they did, how many comments, how many reactions, how many, or whatever the case may be, right? So you have your own algorithm, because you can sit there and, hold on, let me see, when it comes to, not general settings, when it comes to all of those different things, post pin and approval, hidden messages, where am I at? Where am I at? Where is that? Someone should hear. Private group badges, points and rewards, right? You can reward the people in your community. Like if you publish a post in the community, you get 10 points just for posting, right? If you write a comment, you get 3. If you react to a post or like a post, you get 2. If you post a story, you get 5 points. If you complete a lesson, like in the course, you get 5 points. If you complete a whole course, you get 25 points. All of you guys have this inside of your community that you can go ahead and you can set this stuff up, right? So like if somebody was to reach a 7-day streak inside of your community, they get 50 points just for posting 7 days in a row. Now, that's just me. If you want to say, nah, that's too many points, man, I want to just go ahead and give them 40 points. You can do that. Or you can say, I'm going to go ahead and give them 100 points right now for posting 7 days in a row. Because what that does is, this is how you trigger your gamification system, right? This is how you trigger your gamification system. If somebody reacts to a post, blah, 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 your activity. Now, what that does is, when it comes to your, you go to general settings, when it comes to the different levels that you have inside of your community, where you give out rewards like this, right? So you can set up levels inside of your community, and there's 10 levels that you can set up inside of your community. And level 1 right here is just 3 points, 50 points, 500 points, 1,000 points, 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, right? So a person gets a 50,000 point, they got locked the highest reward. But each one unlocks as they get those points. And you can control how they get their points. And you can also track how they get their points. So basically, when you're looking at members, you can do things like, I've seen this person been engaged. This person has done that consistently at extra one. You can unlock bonus gifts. You can do whatever it is that you want to do to keep that engagement, to make the community fun, to make it unique. You got your own algorithm, and you can put that stuff on automations and all that, right, et cetera, et cetera. So that's one of the things that you guys are able to do. Again, that's inside of, you click on your profile, you go to your settings. When you go to your settings, just kind of go through there and look through there, right? You can change the style, you can change your navigation links. Points and rewards, though, that's where you control all of the different points and reward systems that you have. You can set up different channels, right? And then you can set up different rules, et cetera, et cetera. And all of those things are linked to your CRM, which you also have. So what I'm going to do, another thing that I want to do real quick. Right here, this one. Well, let's back up. So look, there we go, y'all. So one of the things that we started, had Claude do what he was doing. So while Claude did what he did, I was over here getting busy with y'all. So that opt-in form that I needed, he moved those buttons. So now they can't just go click the button and get a free success scan. They got to put their name, email, right? And then they get the free success scan. So he gave me the summary, everything that he did, what he removed. He removed the buttons that previously linked straight to there. Boom. He replaced the final CTA. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Cross, like, okay, cool. So now once they opt in, what I want you to do is create an onboarding sequence for those people who are wanting to get a business success scan. And I want you to send these emails, and it's going to create the emails. It's going to create the workflow for me. It's going to do all those different things. I've done it several times. I'll show you guys how that worked out, how that turned out, or what that looked like, and give you guys more insight on that on the next one. But in a nutshell, y'all, that's what I have for y'all for today. If we have any questions, you can go ahead and ask me your questions now, or else I'm going to give you guys back your Sunday so that you can go ahead and be amazing for the remainder of your day. No, we good. We good. Everybody, we good. We good.
We
You know,
good. That was
we
dope,
good.
though. Thank you for the
Good.
information. I got a lot of stuff I want to do in my community now.
Yeah, I
I'm
see
looking
all them
forward to that.
improvements and updates in the community. I said, oh,
Yeah, you been MIA,
I ain't
girl.
been in my shit in
Yeah,
so long. I don't even know what it looked like
yeah.
no more. I said, oh,
She been
I'm about
over
to
there.
go
Tell
back with
my
a
but
whole
she
new
been over there.
design,
She
y'all.
been over there living living
Uh,
life, getting
I know
older,
that's right.
And I've
getting
been doing so
older.
dang on much. My mama's birthday, my birthday, and my baby
Your birthday,
birthday
your
was
son
all this
birthday.
week.
Oh,
Clear.
yeah, y'all had a lot to
Big week.
celebrate.
He
Uh-huh.
started school this week. I had a birthday party for him yesterday. I ain't even celebrated my birthday. I've been doing hell.
Mm.
Back to school.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely got to tap back into that community. It's too many updates. I feel left behind.
Well, it's a lot. They happen fast though. Everybody getting caught up, like everybody. But that's the push though, so that we can go in this 90-day run. And when we do, I just want everybody to understand like how they can command their own platform, how they can get the most out of it, how they can best leverage
Thank
it,
you.
right? So that way we get the best outcome out of the 90-day challenge.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Let's get it. Let's go.
Let's go.
Me
Appreciate it.
too. It feels very refreshing. 90-day run
Mhm.
on the room.
Yeah, you
Well,
was
you can't
last
eat now.
time
You got
you
food.
last time you was in it. I think you ended up excelling. You ended up getting over 100 plus people in your community and all that. But like I said, it's gonna be different though this time though. This time it's gonna be a lot different. It's gonna be a lot more how can I say meaningful, right? I'm gonna have a lot
Yeah.
more meaningful. It's gonna be a lot more extended connections in what we're doing. In the way we're gonna be able to synergistically build the community, right? So we got a couple of features that are like y'all ain't even seen yet. It's just gonna be mind-blowingly crazy. I know Wanda been around, so she know about like Amplify and how we're gonna be able to join each other and build each other and go live together and do all of these things to synergistically build our platforms. Like it's gonna be dope. Y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it.
Okay then. Yeah. I ain't mad at it.
Well, all right now. Appreciate y'all, man. It was good to see y'all per usual. Always happy to see y'all, engage with y'all, grow with y'all. I hope that y'all be safe out there and enjoy the remainder of your Sunday. And I catch y'all on the next one. If y'all are pulling up for the Monday mindset call, I would definitely be running that in the morning. Look forward to seeing y'all in the morning. And everybody else have a blessed night. All right, family. Peace out.